Hi everyone, Dave here from Makes Plays, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of this guy, Basara Prime, from the Transformers Macross 7 crossover line. Now, I've actually seen the original hard copy of this when it was shown off on a display. I think it was in the UK. Can't remember where it was. US? Don't remember now. I think UK London Expo. Hasbro had it on their actually Takara had it on their stand, so I could tell that it was basically going to be the size, looked like at the time, of around the G1 Rodimus toy. A lot of people weren't sure at the time; there wasn't much information on it, but I like the look of them, so I thought I'd go and buy them. I got this from Hasbro Pulse alongside the Zoids Optimus Prime that I've got over there. Steve's already opened up his Zoid Prime. He didn't get the Bowser Prime though. I thought I wanted to. So I've got it in the Hasbro Asia packaging here, which is this black box with just Transformers writing on it. It's got the TakaraTomy Hasbro logo on the back and the front, and then there is a Big West licensed by Big West logo up here on the corner. I've got quite a lot of missing link toys that come in this packaging as well. Kind of plain, reminds me a lot of the Lucky Draw. Plain white packaging, just plain like they're quite nice, kind of dust cover type of thing. When you have them all together, it can kind of look quite fancy, just being that simple, plain black and white design. But also a little boring if you have it on a display on a shelf. You can't just display it out. So um, not that enticing to get you in. You can't see the toy, you can't see any artwork to see, do I want to buy this or not? It's just a black box with some writing. Now I am recording this on my Mac, which doesn't make the best type of reviews for toy reviews and unboxings, but there's probably been a lot of these already online. So it doesn't matter too much. And I just figure it's a bit of a better camera than me wiggling my Google phone now. But here it is. This is the box for Basara Prime. I'm not sure if that is the correct pronunciation. Basara. More like the Japanese style. That is the front of the box. And this is the back of the box, the Synergex Next Transformers toy. Pretty cool on the back, seeing all the different kind of poses, including the warp mode. So he is the Prime. This jet always reminds me of the design from one of the toys and characters and planes from Ring Raiders back in the day. Um, like Ring Raiders, Steve and I had quite a lot of Ring Raider toys. We actually used to store them in an old ice cream tub for about 20 years, and then we eventually sold them off. I think on eBay. I don't think we sold them to Nick Hughes. Don't think we did. But yeah, pretty cool. And then here he is in a robot mode with his guitar, looking pretty sweet. I'm interested in seeing how he compares to the prototype that I saw years ago. It's quite different. And then on the back, the stand, and you can see the back looks very much like Rodimus Prime. It goes flat into his stage as well. But that playing mode looks pretty awesome. Now, Steve and I never watched Macross 7 or Robotech. Growing up, we had friends who did, and not really anything we ever got into. We didn't really get into anime until the late 90s through our friend Gareth Doe, and the first true anime series we saw was Tenchi Muyo, the series. And then into the OVA and the rabbit hole of the Tenchi Muyo series, where each series got generally worse and worse as they went along. We did see a couple of episodes of Captain Harlock back in the 80s on the Super Channel, which is how we watched all of our Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back in the day. That was a year or two before it came out in the UK when it was called Hero Turtle. So we have in here the instruction booklet for Basra Prime and then the toy. Now that does look pretty sweet. It's a nice, quite vibrant red colour and very much a Rodimus Prime esque trailer, which does make you think potentially if they do Missing Link Rodimus Prime, do they just use this trailer as the trailer and then just do Rodimus from the front? It's already done. You don't need to redo it. Maybe. Very pretty cool. Has his guitar. There are two spare faces at the bottom. Grinning mouth and above a smooth mouth. Don't know if Basara, I'm assuming Basara was in one of the series, the gun, the guitar, and that. Pretty awesome. Now, I do actually have another Macross figure up in my cupboard over there. I have the gold edition of the Stealth Bomber. One of the, I say newer figures, it probably isn't that new now. It's probably still over 10 years old, maybe 15. I can't remember when it came out, but it's not like one of the ones from the 70s or the 80s. It is a completely plastic figure, but all in gold chrome. Obviously, Steve and I were known for our Lucky Draw collection. Most of those are gold chrome, so we saw him and thought, yeah, he would be pretty sweet to get inside. So let's get this guy out if we can. Here he is. And that is a pretty decent size. I haven't got G1 Rodimus with me. All of our G1 toys are in the UK. I can compare him to some missing link, or I could get out the original blue Fair Lady Z to compare him to. I may do that a bit later on. There's some pictures on my phone. But that is a very nice looking jet. Look at that smooth profile coming through in there. Complete plastic. There is no die cast at all. Fire convoy-esque chest. Look at that angle. Very fire convoy like. But really nice. Just very plastic. Subtle paint apps for the yellow on the here and on some tampos on the side. Really nicely detailed cockpit. And then just the front wheel. I can't see any back wheels. There may be something to come out later on. Can't really tell. And look at that smokestacks in the side. That is pretty sweet looking. I'm just going to put him down on the keyboard. And I'm going to get out the Rodimus Prime style trailer. Now, this is very, very much Rodimus Prime in design and size. It's probably a bit bigger than the G1 Rodimus Prime trailer, actually thinking about it. Solid on the back, solid on the belt walling, plastic wheels, having that plastic roll. Well, pretty decent plastic build quality. That was a little bit on here. And then we have his guitar, complete with the guitar strap. Similar size to the animated guitar figures, smaller from the base plate here, but like a similar kind of length for it. He has a hole at the back to peg it on, but that looks pretty sweet. And I'm going to leave the gun and the head in the box. Now, I won't try and transform him on this video. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try and transform Basara Prime with the mat coming through, but we have the instructions here, and it is a very large instruction sheet, double-sided on the back. The first half is to transform him into walk mode, and there are 39 steps to get him into the walk mode, and then there are 15 steps from walk to robot mode. So, yeah, 45 steps to transform him from plane to robot mode, and then on the back there's a couple of little steps showing the change of face, how to put the guitar on, and then how to put the gun on, and then transforming him into the rather weird mode of the combined plane and trader mode, which does look very odd when you see it combined up. Whereas this guy looks absolutely stunning in plane mode. That is the form you want to display him in. But let's look at giving him a transform.
Transformers at the moon. Fantastic.
So this is Basara Prime in robot mode. Has this little red bit that is loose. I like the way that his legs fold around and clip inside. Have any of the wing pieces which you could just fold away if you want to make it squarer, or you have it pointing out to show you that he is a plane. Not a fan on these shoulder bits here. These are badly designed. It just doesn't fit. Like, it goes like that, an angle, but it's just not good. That's not good. That's pretty poor. He's a very, very thin toy. He reminds me of one of the, well, it's the credit card Target transforming toy that's done for the 2007 movie. That wasn't really a toy, it was just like a promotional item. Um, yeah. This one is interesting. Okay. His knee is a little loose on this side. It does clip. There's a joint on the back here. You have to make sure that you push that in. Otherwise, it is super loose. Now, he does have quite a lot of articulation. He's got pretty decent ankle rockers on here. He's got a double bending knee, but it is quite loose. Obviously, full articulation on here, and he can go out wide to do the splits. So, good articulation on the legs. You should make sure that the back part isn't clipped in. You can also rotate on the legs on here as well. Waist swivel, arms moving up and down. They're quite short arms compared to the legs. So let's go. The hands open up, and the fingers can open up as well. So it's got good hand articulation. He can rotate. He can rotate at the elbow. He can bend at the elbow. It's only a single bend, but it's quite a decent angled bend. I just don't like those shoulder joints at all. Head can move back and forward, and it has a little nodding action as well. Aesthetics on the back. I'm playing red. And then on the front, he has obviously the prime grille. This is the best piece. The chest. The little smokestacks on the arms. There's not a great deal of kibble, really, on the back and a bit of the wings. But as I mentioned, you can fold the wings forward or back out the way. So you could fold them in if you want to have less kibble looking legs within here. He's much better in play mode than robot mode. Now I saw this guy when he was painted. He's quite a light shade of red. You can't tell on here. Definitely a plastic looking red, like a fire engine style red. Quite a bit of weight in the legs. All the weight is at the bottom. There is no weight at the top at all. If you saw a figure like this without a box, you wouldn't think it was an official Transformer. It doesn't look like an official Transformer. It doesn't feel like an official Transformer. Very hefty in the legs. Really nice detail with the lightning bolts on the face. But I'm disappointed. Like the play mode looked really nice. And I don't know what he's based off. I thought he could look cool. This looks a little weedy, skinny. Maybe he'll grow on me. Maybe if I get the guitar out and put him in a decent pose, he'll be better. But initial reactions, not worth the money that you have to pay. Now, if you're an Optimus Prime collector, obviously it's a different type of Optimus Prime toy, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Steve and I collect toys. We don't sell toys. If I had to sell a toy, I wouldn't have a problem in selling this. It's not toys like, wow, that's awesome. I got some Transforming popsicles at Christmas. I really like those. They're fun. I got the Hot Wheels toys. They're pretty fun to play with. I've got the Zoid Prime that I'm going to begin to look at. But my initial reaction with him was I really like the playing mode. I'm not that impressed with the robot mode. The transformation was okay. It wasn't that complicated. A couple of little bits didn't make sense when you look through the instructions. So I just skipped them. I haven't gone for the Gawk mode. I was never really a fan of the Gawk mode. Anyway, I know that is a Robotech thing, Macross thing. Yeah, I mean he's got decent articulation. If I had like the Colt Sliver toys from GI Joe, I guess he could go there. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, he's growing on me a bit. I like the head. Actually, is that? I think. Hang on. I think there may be. It looks like there's a tail fin in the back of the head. That should come out, but I'm not sure if there is because there is. There he is. Because the head is on a little pivot thing, so you can change the face over. So he does have an extra horn on the head. Now, can that go upright? No, it always angles back. Okay. What's that about? Does that make it look any better? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. I think I prefer it down. I do actually like the articulation. It does have a lot of articulation. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I don't. This leg is really loose. I mean, it's not like that's not great for a toy that's like over $100, brand new out of the box. That's annoying. Um, let's get his guitar out, get his stage out, and see what he looks like with that. So here he is in his what's it called? Stage mode. The bass opens up and it forms the microphone. It has the different speakers and stuff at the back, and he is holding his guitar. So let's take a quick look at Basara Prime holding guitar. That's actually pretty cool. Strumming away his guitar with the molded strap over the side. The matrix inside the guitar, pretty cool touch, and he can actually hold the fret bar as well. That's pretty sweet. The Runners Prime style trailer, it's really like original trailer is very hollow underneath. Has the soundstage part at the back with all the speakers going through, and then the microphone part coming through. There is a peg on here which does peg into the bass unit, but I didn't know if maybe something else would peg through here. And then Basara Prime can just stand on either up in the main stage, and his mic would be kind of at this level for him. Looks to be a little high, or he can stand off to one side and pose. Now, the toy is actually pretty nice with that posability for the knee. I kind of changed my mind. Actually, it is growing on me. Just think it's only what, like 8-10 minutes in to this. It's different. It's different. And that's what's nice about Transformers. There's 40 years of history of Transformers, and you can still get some random bizarre items like the Macross Basara Prime crossover toy. Very bright. He'll definitely stand out on a shelf, having that great red and yellow colours. I'm just looking to see, do I have anyone on my shelf in that colour? Not really. If anything is, who do you put him with? There are a lot of other crossover toys. I have Party Wallop, the Turtle Van. I haven't taken him out. I don't think I've got the rest. I know Steve has. But he's alright, actually. I've changed my mind. So I really like the play mode. The play mode I think looks fantastic. The robot mode, he is a little skinny and funky, and it's not particularly very Transformers like. Transformers are more traditionally sort of square, if you like. One of our main things with Transformers and other robot lines are the faces actually. That's where I think the Michael Bay movie got things wrong by going for the insect faces. I know Beast Wars did, but Transformers have a very particular type of face. The new Carbot things that will come out have a similar type of face and Brave, but when you compare them to other lines, it's really the faces that make you see them as Transformers. Now he has no Autobot logos, or Cybertron logos, from what I can see on here. I don't remember how much he cost. I'm pretty sure he was $100 and something for the US. Don't know if this clips in anywhere, and he does have other faces I'm probably never going to put on. But this is the Transformers Macross 7 Basara Prime. I think Basara could be for the Japanese pronunciation. Basa, or be Sa, Basara. So Basara, I'm pretty sure would be more like it. We'll need to get Japanese native speaker to tell us how it's actually pronounced. Actually, I do like it. It is different. If you can get one for a decent price, I would say go and get it. It's pretty cool. Very bright colours. It will stand out on your display, and people will go, "What is that?" The trailer looking like the G1 Rodimus Prime trailer is pretty cool. Now, I may try and put him into that funky combined vehicle mode. We'll have to keep watching on this video to find out if I bother or not. But I think I'm probably going to display him in plane mode. Maybe sitting on the trailer, maybe even just keeping the trailer in the box. I haven't got a great deal of space to display stuff here in the US. It'll probably start off in this mode because I went into that, but the play mode is, I think, by far the best. So thanks for watching this video. If this is the end, if it isn't the end, let's see what it looks like in that combined vehicle mode. So what I didn't mention is the base mode does have some pretty cool features. You can flip that back piece in, which comes off from the plane, and you can transform and connect the guitar in as well, so it can all be stored inside his trailer. And then on the bottom of the trailer, you just hold up like this. On the bottom of the trailer, there is a little compartment down here, which you can store the faces on, and then the gun can store in the hole at the bottom. So everything can be stored away, which is pretty cool for storage. If you're going to just put the box out of the way, store everything inside the trailer, and then you get it all out. A bit better than the original Rodimus Prime toy, but you couldn't do that. But again, I do wonder if they will do something similar for Missing Link. So, find out. So here he is in the final form I'm going to show you, because I'm not going to bother doing the walk mode. I'm really sorry. This is the combined plane and trailer mode. I say combined. My one's pretty much just balancing through. I think he does clip in on the arms up in here. I think I find he has. Very strange. These bits are pretty cool. They fall out from inside the legs. Actually, they fall out in a really nice way. I wasn't expecting that until I found the instructions. Outside of that, it just looks like an absolute mess and a literal car crash. Don't think that's actually on straight on here. Don't meant to be, and it just falls off. It does show there are some clips. There are a couple of holes, a peg at the top on this side and a hole on this side, but not a great deal for it to go through. His kneecaps fold up on the back, and it pretty much just sort of like slides into place and should clip through, but doesn't really. But it gives you a basic idea of what he looks like. Trading the Rodimus Prime trailer, that I am going to probably never put him in that mode ever again. It's kind of funky to be that like new alternative to Rodimus Prime. What if Rodimus Prime was a plane, and yet still had to carry his trailer around to show that he was a Prime, even though he doesn't combine with it, like Power Master, which is obviously the best version of Optimus Prime from G1, and later on Fire Convoy did, and Galaxy Convoy, all the better primes. Really, but there you go. That is the final look at Basara Prime, not Basara Convoy, Basara Prime Transformers X Macross 7. Did you buy it? Are you going to buy it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Comment in the comment section. Overall, don't know what I actually do like this toy. I like the color scheme. The colors are really nice and bright. I'd like to find out what my daughter thinks of it. The play mode I think she'll like. My son when he's older I'm pretty sure will do. Trailer is solid. This mode is pathetic. So there are flaws, but a fun toy. I'm going to put him in plane mode and put the trailer back in the box, like you do for most Optimus Prime figures from today. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you can. Please comment. What do you think about Basara Prime? So a quick thing on Basara Prime on the chest within here is there are hinges on the chest. Obviously would normally be the Matrix, but for Basara Prime it is just additional speakers. But there you go, he has that Matrix slot as well. When you're transforming him back, make sure you put the yellow bits on the outside, not the inside, but you can transform him pretty much without using the instructions, which is pretty nice. Gets a little fiddly to try and clip in the bits at the back, but here he is in play mode. After I have transformed him, and actually inside the cockpit is a little Matrix of leadership.
Transformers at the moon. Fantastic.